Just had a couple of little noddies on this one. Oh yeah, fair bit of weight on that. Well, there's far more weight on here than I was expecting. I'm guessing maybe I missed a doggy bite or something. Right, let me go and land these. How on earth did I miss all that? I mean, I saw a couple of little nods. Didn't quite expect a triple shot of dogfish. There we go. 3 doggos on the same rig. A couple of small ones and a normal size one there. That makes it 4-1 to the old bait. My fishing year so far, the calendar year, it's been a little bit like blancmange. I've been fishing 5 times already, which is quite remarkable considering we're only on the 8th. That sounds amazing, I like the word blancmange. But really, once you start sifting around that bowl of impending pink goo, you realise actually what is offering you up is pretty disgusting. I did have 2 sessions which I thoroughly enjoyed purely because of the company. I had my good friend over from Cyclist, who I haven't seen for a very long time, which was a bit of a surprise visit. Didn't know he came, so it was wonderful to see him. So he popped out. We did 1 session at steamer, caught a few whiting. That was quite fun. He's never caught a whiting, so you know, as much as we dismissed them, I think he was quite pleased to have caught one, or a few. And then we took him down Southbourne a couple of days later in the hope of trying to find him a ray. I'd loved to have seen him catch a ray. That would have been amazing. Sadly, we did not find a ray. All we found was more whiting, and I think some howtooth. So those 2 sessions, I'll allow that, because that was a lovely social with an old friend. And then Sunday, the last video you would have seen in that weather. Why did we think that was a good idea? I don't know. I was sat on that beach, wetter than an otter's pocket, thinking I really should have taken up snooker or darts or something. I actually went fishing last night. I went fishing my usual Monday club after work, shut the shop, popped down Southbourne for a couple of hours, and I lasted 45 minutes. Well done me. Why, I hear you ask? Well, I had a disaster. I forgot my boots. I forgot my Wellingtons. So I loaded up, got all my gear, thought, oh, no wellies, that's all right, I'll be all right with trainers. January, it was about 2 degrees, and within 45 minutes my toesies were little icicles. I did catch a dog, but I didn't blank. I caught a dogfish, but 45 minutes to packed up and went home. Woo, success. So here I am on the Tuesday night, the day after that, desperately hoping for a dry, not so freezing toad, and hopefully a few fish-filled second. I've chosen Milford Shingle Bank tonight because the tides are suitable for Milford Shingle Bank. We've had a good flow, a bit of a stir up. Hopefully there should be a few pouting and a few dogs and things like that. There's always a chance of a few other things here, you know, the odd whiting, the odd conger, maybe a bonus ray, that sort of thing. But to be honest, it's January. If I catch a few dogs and a couple of pout, I'll be happy with that. I did, whilst I was cleaning out the freezer in the shop, find a bag of old fate. So what I tend to do, when I go fishing, and I've got leftover bait, I go home, or go back to the shop, sorry, and plug the leftover bait in the brown bag, stick it in the bottom of the freezer in the shop, thinking I'll use that next time I go out, and I forget about them for months on end. I've probably got about 15 of these bags of just manky, mushy sandeels. I've got a herring here. I don't even know when the last time I used a herring was, so that's probably, I don't know, probably predates the year 2000. I've got some radioactive pink squid, and I have got a pack of sandeels. They're rather brown and pink and bloody and mushy, but there we go. So yeah, some radioactive squid. So my point is, I could have a point to doing everything here, I can't just go fishing. My point is, you can refreeze bait, and you can catch fish on refrozen bait. Don't let people tell you you can't. So I'm going to prove that tonight. I have bought a pack of fresh mackerel, as in, you know, freshly frozen. So something that's not been defrosted and refrozen, basically. So I bought a pack of fresh mackerel, so I'm going to fish one rod with the not manky old refrozen bait, and one rod with the manky old refrozen bait. And as I do my usual, I'll keep a score, but completely forget once I get to the heady heights of numbers like 3, and we'll see which one wins. Rigs for the evening will be super simple. As always with me, I don't like to complicate things. I have got a 2 up, 1 down flapper. I have got, these are quite long actually, these are 3 foot snooze. You can use 2s if you like, 2 or 3 foot snooze. You do either or, up to you. I have got some 055 Maxima Chameleon as my snood. That might sound really heavy to you, but it's night time, it's winter, I'm fishing for things like dogs, pouting, whiting congers. There's almost no technical skill involved in those fish, so you can just get away with fishing rough and tough and hairy. You know, less tangles, potentially, less getting chewed off by congers, etc. On the end is a B9 Camazan, B950U size 1. That's a great all-round hook for everything this time of year.
Right, first rod is in the water. I put the old smelly bait on that one. So we'll have trying a bit of your. Shall I say that again? I'll try and keep a bit of continuity throughout the evening. And we'll keep the right-hand rod on the old bait and the left-hand rod on the new bait. Now, I've just realised whilst baiting that up that this hastily thrown together lastminute.com idea of mine is absolutely pointless because I don't have the same bait. This would have only have worked as a scientific experiment if I had old sandeel, new sandeel. New sandeel doesn't exist, it's a figment of everyone's imagination. Old herring, old squid, new squid. That would have been a good video. That's what I should have done. What I'm doing is utter rubbish. But there we go, we're doing it anyway, so bear with me. I mean, hopefully, at least you'll see that you can catch fish on refrozen old manky bait. Save some money. It must have been a tackle dealer somewhere along the lines who said, no, you can't refreeze bait, no, buy fresh, new every time, come in, spend money. We're all millionaires, guys, honestly, ignore tackle dealers. Rogue bunch. Never meet a poor tackle dealer, I tell you. You know, one of my favourite bits of a mackerel is that little tail triangle bit. So cut a 1.5 inches or so, I shouldn't use 1.5 inches, it's 2025. Cut a bit of tail off. And then just chop the triangle of flesh. There you go, this little triangle a bit. I don't know why, it's such a good little bit of bait. So I use those 2 bits, and then just throw the rest away. Then go back to a tackle shop and just buy more. I think I'm going to have to turn my camper around in a minute. I'm going to have to get in my beach shelter, I think. It is cold. And I've set myself up out here so I can talk to you guys. And I am bracing in the wind. Bracing in the wind? That's a terrible thing to say. I am facing into the bracing wind. Does that make any more sense? It's cold. I'm going to turn around. I'm going to sit in my shelter in a minute. Okay, second rod in the water. We are officially fishing and filmmaking. Let's stick this on here. So hopefully you guys might see something in the gloom. I seem to have cast across my line. That's a good start, isn't it? Let's just swap these 2 around so I remember and don't get tangled up on the way in. So like I said, for continuity purposes, the rod on the left is the old bait, and the one on the right is the new bait. Although we have just discussed that that's relevant because they're not the same bait. Something else that disastrously happened yesterday. Not only did I forget my boots, I broke my Shakespeare breakaway backrest conversion thingy. The backresty bit here snapped off, which is pretty poor, really. I've probably not even had this for 20 years. For it to just break like that, it's just not what you expect, is it? Shush. Might have a receipt somewhere, maybe I better take it back to the shop I bought it from. Let's pull up a pew out of the wind, and then we can discuss everything that's wrong and right with the world. Keep an eye on the rods as well. There we go. Ah, herring. Herring must be one of the most underused baits in sea fishing these days. Why is that? Why don't we use herring very much anymore? If there's any of you guys out there who still use herring regularly as bait, pop a little comment in this video. Tell me what you catch on it. Tell me why you like it so much. But it's a fantastic bait. It's incredibly oily. It's really firm. I was quite surprised at that. It's been defrosted and refrozen. I don't know how old it is. But I was quite surprised how firm it was when I whipped it up. And it's a great bait. But more importantly, out there right now in this sea that I'm fishing into, there's shoals of herring and sprats. It's a really, really natural native thing to use. So why don't we use it more often? I don't really know. Have I got a bite? Or was that just a wave? Just a wave. Yeah, so anyway, to coin a fly fishing phrase, match the hatch. We should probably all use more herring, I think, especially this time of year. It's a great bait. Sardine, herring, sprats, probably 3 abandoned and forgotten baits. Although sprats have made a real resurgence over the last few years, mainly due to the decline in sandeels. We've kind of been forced to start using other things, but since I've been using sprats, I've loved them. I've had loads of decent fish on them. Oh, I can't really... Oh, I can kind of lean back on it. It's not as comfortable as it used to be. 20 years of good service this box has provided me. Oh, bit of action on the left-hand rod. Don't know if you're picking that up or not. I would say a pouty, rattly type thing. Well, we've had a few knocks and rattles and things on this, so it's probably been out there 20 minutes. Let's bring it, see what we've got. Oh, not a lot. A little, I don't know, I think there might be a little bit of weight on, so we might have a fish first cast. If I was a gambling man, I would say a pouting. Oh, it's like a pouting, but longer. It's no, it's not a boy. I was going to say it's whiting. It is in fact a pouting. There we go. First cast, pouting. That came to, what did that come to? That came to a bit of pink old smelly squid. There we go. Pink smelly squid. Look at the way that's twisted that snood up. Pouting really are something special when it comes to that, aren't they? One time's Prince of the Sea to get the ball rolling. 1-0 to the old bait. 20 minutes is up. Let's bring this one in. I've not seen a bite on this one, but... No, I don't think I have anything. Whoa, we've got... nothing. All bait still intact. That doesn't bode well. We'll try that one. Just shaved a few yards off the cast. Plonked it at sort of 50-ish. Cast number 2 for the old bait. Potentially a little something there again, but... Oh, and I've hit a snag on the way in. That's just marvellous. Oh no. Is anything going to go right this week? Lost it. There we go, let's get a new leader on. Right, quick leader change and we're back in business. There we go, back in action. Whew. It is chilly. It's a beautiful night though. It's not a cloud in the sky. See the moon and the stars and everything. Absolutely stunning to be out. Just wish it was, 20 degrees warmer. Oh, we have a bit of a bite going on the right hand rod there. What do you reckon that is? That could be a little doggy, I reckon. It's less sort of rattly than a pout, isn't it? or conger, could be a dog or a little strap. This will be the mackerel bait. I'm fighting back. Let's have a look. Yeah, feels like I reckon a doggy. Feels heavier than a pouting anyway. Let's go down and get it. It's a doggo! First dog of the session. Hopefully the first of a few tonight. That was on mackerel. Obviously, that's all I had on that rig. Why did I say that? There's a little tip. When you're holding your dogs, grab hold of the tail and then grab hold of that fin or something around the head. That way they can't wrap the tail up around your arm and scratch all your skin off, because that stings. That stings for hours. Right, let's stick this straight back. I'll try to replicate the same cast. So I dropped it a little bit shorter from the first cast, didn't I? Just goes to show it's not always about casting to the horizon to catch fish. First cast was a bit of a whack, nothing. Second cast, dropped it shorter, fish. It's about casting to where the fish are, not necessarily as far as you can. Just had a couple of little noddies on this one. Nothing that exciting, I don't think, but... Oh yeah, fair bit of weight in that. Just gonna get it up and over those rocks again. Ooh. Well, there's far more weight on here than I was expecting. I'm guessing maybe I missed a doggy bite or something. Right, let me go and land these. How on earth did I miss all that? I mean, I saw a couple of little nods. Didn't quite expect a triple shot of dogfish. There we go. 3 doggos on the same rig. A couple of small ones and a normal size one there. That makes it 4-1 to the old bait. You're probably all thinking, it's not really much of a point proved, because dogs will eat anything, but you can only catch what's there in front of you. It is January. Looks like another doggo on the right hand rod on the mackerel bait. I think. Not doing a huge amount. But... Oh, no. I might have lied. It's not doing a huge amount because it's, you know, not there. It's the problem with getting a triple shot, you just automatically presume every cast is going to be fish. Oh no, we have got a dog. It's just a one dog. A solitary dog. You know, I'm used to reeling in triple shots. There we go, another doggo. It's turning into a doggo night. That's 4-2. This one seems to have swung round to the left a bit again, so I'm concerned about those rocks again. Been out there long, so crank it in quick as I can, get it up over those rocks. Bit of weight on, I reckon there's a dog. Okay, I think I'm over the rocks. I'm gonna go and get it. Double shot, change of species though. Back on the pouting. Nice chunky pout as well, look at that one. Nice fish. And a regular pouting on that one. Mr. Regular Pouting came on a bit of herring, and Mr. Chunky Pouting came on and completely engulfed. My manky old sandeel. There we go. What's that then? 4, 5, 6, 6-2? I think. Starting to get into massive numbers now, so I'll start to lose count. Oh look, I've hooked myself. I've got a tom. All professionals here, don't worry. Here's a top tip I've learnt. So since I've started using glow sticks on the end of my rod, I've noticed they get really dull when it's cold. So if you use these hand warmers, just every now and again, take your glow stick off, hold it in the hand warmer, and it comes out as bright as it's brand new again. Well, it is brand new, that's a silly thing to say. You know what I mean. You recharge them with your hand warmer. That was a terrible cast on that, by the way. I've kind of cast 45 degrees up there for some reason. No idea what happened there. Not paying attention in the slightest bit. Just go down the, chuck it out over there. Oh, what did I cast over there for? Luckily there was nobody to my right. Otherwise I'd have caught them. A little bit of tide pool starting. First tide all evening. Yeah, so that one I've just cast out all the way over there. Just pulling over quite nicely in a bit of tide. And yet this one's doing the opposite. This one's coming back at me. Why is this doing funny things? Has it got a fish on, do we think? Yeah, I reckon there was something on that one. I'm going to get that other rig baited up, and then I will bring it in and see what's on there. Right, that's the spare rig baited. For that rod, I've got a spare rig baited for this rod. So let's bring this in and see what's been nibbling away. Let's get underneath this rod because I've cast over the top of that with that terrible cast. Oh yes. Yeah, feels like a doggy again. At least one, maybe two. Hee. They're on the feed tonight, guys. Doggos on the double. Double shot for the Mackie bait. That makes it 6'4", I think. Oh, look at that, look at that. On the right hand rod. That's only been out there for about 5 minutes. That's the one I just had the double shot of dogs on. Fresh rig on, straight out there. Bouncing around beautifully. The one on the left is doing all sorts of weird things. Actually, it's pulling over quite hard. I think I need to bring it in. It does keep doing things like it has a fish. So let's bring it in, recast it, and then we can pull our fingers out and bring that other one in as well. Yeah, see? Nothing on that one. How bizarre. Clearly don't want to cast up to the right. And let's bring this one in. Put it underneath this one again, because it seems to have gone all the way up to the left with the fish on. In fact, let's take that off now, get it charging up in my pocket. See how many doggy woggies we've got on this cast. Oh god, that's gone all the way to the left. Right, I'm going to disappear down here and try and drag this up to the right a bit. Oh, disaster! I lost it. Snagged in the rock again. That's annoying. The tide seems to have turned a little bit earlier than I was expecting. I thought I might have got a bit more fishing in tonight. But if the tide's running right to left, I'm just going to lose everything around those rocks. Decisions. What is the time? The time is, it's 9:30. I've had 2.5 hours of fishing. I could try one more cast, couldn't I? Let's do one more leader, see how we get on. Let's not give up. Come on Thomas, sort your life out. Right, new leader tied. I'm actually just most impressed I managed to tie a leader in the dark. My eyes are getting terrible. Don't get old, guys. It's going to be a bit of a gambling act now, trying to get it sort of close enough to the patch where the fish are so I can catch fish. Not too far so that I lose gear in the rocks. Oh, how are we looking on this one? Yeah, I think I better make these my last cast anyway. Everything's going up to the left now. Fish on, crank it in. I don't particularly like cranking like this. It's not amazingly good for the fish. Oh well, the fish just came off. There you go, cranking fish. It's not good for the fish or your catch rate. Oh, one survived. One survived, one didn't. There we go, another dog out. There was another one on there. I felt it pop off not that far out. Right. Let's try and bring this in. God, yeah, all the way up to the left again. Oh, thankfully, doesn't feel like much weight on there. I should just say that. Oh, thankfully there's no fish on. Yeah, it's awful when you catch fish when you go fishing, isn't it? Oh no, what we got? Little pouting. Little pouting just had a high-speed retrieve journey. Right, last cast then. Let's see what we've got. Let's see what we've got. Absolutely nothing. Oh, that's typical. Nothing like saving the best for last, eh? Yeah, genuinely nothing. Hey ho, there we go. Right, so what have we learned today? Well, let's have a look at the bait situation. So no, let's not bother. It was a bit of a stupid attempt at some science, wasn't it? Because it was completely different baits. But you know what I did learn? And I think this is the one thing I can hopefully you guys can take with you. I went fishing tonight and I caught dogs and pouting. Now you might be thinking, ugh, dogs or pouting. But I went fishing tonight knowing that's probably what I was going to catch. I came down to Milford Shingle Bank. It's January. I thought I'd just pop out after work for a few hours. What have I been fishing for? Nearly 3 hours. And I thought I'm probably going to catch a few dogs and pouting. And that's what I caught. And I've really, really enjoyed it. Sometimes it's just a case of changing your mindset slightly. If I came down here thinking I want to catch a load of big rays and caught a load of dogs, I might have been a bit disappointing. But that's not what I did. Came down, thought probably dogs and pout, and I really enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed that one too. If you did, do me a favour, hit the old like and subscribe button. It does mean a lot, and I shall see you guys on the next one.